Which one of you is Barbara Gordon?
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Real Screen Team. I'm Andrew Thomas. I'm here with fellow Batman Christopher Johnson.
Hello everyone.
And we're here with the second movie of our Batmanathon, a tribute to Kevin Conroy with Batman and Mr. Freeze, Subzero.
Yeah, very good film, and this is actually the first time I've seen it. You know, I never really got the opportunity to see this until now.
Yeah, I saw it when I was little when I bought the VHS.
I mean, I always knew of it, I just never got the chance to watch it. But, into the overview. Batman and Mr. Freeze, Subzero, is a 1998 direct-to-video animated superhero film. Subzero is the second film in the DC animated universe and the second based on Batman the Animated Series. The film is a standalone sequel to Batman Mask of the Phantasm. The film was produced and set to take place during the third season of Batman the Animated Series before the rebranding and events of the new Batman Adventures. The film was directed by Boyd Kirkland and written by Kirkland and Randy Rogel. The film stars Kevin Conroy, Michael Anzara, and Lauren Lester reprising their roles as Batman, Mr. Freeze, and Robin, and Mary Kay Bergman replacing Melissa Gilbert as the voice of Batgirl. And the synopsis. Mr. Freeze kidnaps Barbara Gordon to use her organs to save his dying wife, Nora, leaving Batman and Robin to race against time to save Barbara and stop Freeze's desperate scheme.
I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah, it was.
Yep. I thought Kevin Conroy did great as usual as Bruce Wayne / Batman.
Well, of course.
Yeah, although he didn't do much in this one. He was kind of just there to help Dick find Barbara and Mr. Freeze and find out what Mr. Freeze was doing.
True. Yeah, this mainly more focused on Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon.
Yeah.
Which was very warranted.
Yeah.
You know, because we never really got to see a lot of Dick in Batman the Animated Series. Yeah. Or not as much as we should have.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Kevin Conroy did perfect as Batman.
Yeah, he had his own lady problems. Run away from all the single ladies trying to get him.
And gotta back him off with a freaking chair like a lion tamer.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Batman. Let's get into Lauren Lester as Dick Grayson, aka Robin.
Yeah.
I'm so happy Dick Grayson had more to do.
Yeah.
Seriously. He had so much more agency in this film.
Yeah.
Mainly because of his relationship with Barbara. Which is an additional thing that I really enjoyed. You know, actually seeing their relationship and their romance.
Yeah. Me too. He actually tried to rescue her. He tried to rescue her the first time and it didn't succeed. He almost got Mr. Freeze if it wasn't for his true weakness, polar bears.
Yeah. But, dear God, was that high-speed chase intense.
Yeah. He had to borrow someone else's motorcycle, which he probably had to pay for a new one.
If insurance didn't cover it.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy Lauren Lester as
Yeah.
Robin.
Me too. He's one of the underrated. Everyone thinks of Burt Ward. They never really think of the other TV Robins.
Yeah. I mean, he's the Robin
Yeah.
that I always knew of before I watched, Batman 66.
Or Batman Teen Titans.
Very true. Very true.
Or that other Titan show. Or Young Justice.
Yeah, he's always relegated to either be a part of his own team or sidekick that needs to be saved.
Yeah. But Lauren Lester does get better in the following season.
True. Especially when he becomes Nightwing.
Yeah.
But with talking about Dick, why don't we go into the main part of this whole story.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Kay Bergman as Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy Mary Kay Bergman's portrayal.
Yeah.
May she also rest in peace.
Yeah.
I mean, she was a fantastic voice actress.
Yeah.
And I do really enjoy this version of Barbara Gordon. Despite the fact that she's been kidnapped, she is not a damsel in distress.
And we only see her as Batgirl once.
Which is an issue. I would have liked to have seen more of her as Batgirl.
Yeah.
But this is mainly based on her as Barbara Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
But, dear God, does she give Freeze and Dr. Belson a hard time?
Yeah.
I mean,
she tries. She does try want to help Mr. Freeze. He just refuses to tell her what he actually wants her for.
And then once she figures it out, oh no, he's going to harvest my organs while I'm still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm going peace out.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess with talking about our heroes, why don't we go into the villain?
Yeah.
Michael Anzara as Dr. Victor Freeze, a.k.a. Mr. Freeze.
It's mainly his story.
Yeah.
The opening credits go right to his story.
Which I really enjoyed seeing, everything he's doing.
Yeah.
And essentially trying to make a life for himself and trying to figure out what he can do to save Nora.
Yeah. He just goes about it the wrong way because he's so stressed about losing her. He doesn't really think it through.
I mean, can you blame him though?
No.
I mean, initially, when we first saw him in Batman the Animated Series, he thought Nora was dead.
Yeah, but then he's reunites with her in the episode before this movie, Deep Freeze, which also had Bruce, Batman and Robin, trying to save Mr. Freeze. In that one, they were trying to save Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, because he kind of became subservient to the guy who found Nora.
Yeah.
As he was trying to do his James Bond villain plot. I swear.
Mm.
But I've always liked Mr. Freeze because he really is the most sympathetic of all the villains. He's not doing any of the stuff that he's doing for like any sort of monetary goal or some sort of political or other great power. He just wants his wife.
Yeah, he does.
He wants her alive and well and happy.
And he does sort of redeem himself after Batman and Barbara get him out there. So he becomes sort of the anti-hero at the end of the movie. Between the climax of the movie,
Despite the fact of how many people did he kill via freezing?
Especially in the Antarctic.
Yeah, again, how many people did he kill via freezing?
Well, it was probably the Navy, so I'm not quite sure how many there were in there. That submarine.
Had to be at least 20 people.
Yeah.
So yeah, anti-hero.
Yeah.
Heavy on the anti.
Yeah, and then but then that won't be the end of his story. You'll have to find out more in the season 4 and then Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
For more of it, because he's thought up as dead, but we all know that he can't seem to die.
Though we should also give a nod to the person that was kind of palling around with him.
Yeah.
You know, during his time in the Arctic. Konak.
Yeah.
Allegedly played by Tress MacNeille.
Yeah, we've never found a real source, so someone tell us.
Yeah, we tried our best in trying to figure out who voiced the young Inuit boy that is an orphan helping out Mr. Freeze. The best source we could find was Tress MacNeille, which, to tell you the truth, that is a fantastic pick. I mean, one of the greatest voice actresses ever.
Yeah. Yeah, if you found something else, make sure to correct us on the comment section.
Yes. But I did like Konak.
Yeah, he was sort of like adopted son to Mr. Freeze. And that Mr. Freeze didn't feel like telling him the gory details.
Oh, can you blame the kid? Well, can you blame him for not wanting to freak out the kid?
Yeah, but he ended up getting freaked out anyway.
Yeah, because, I mean, when you find out that someone is going to essentially be dissected to be used to save someone, that's pretty intense.
Yeah, but he also had another partner in crime also, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, yes. George Dunza. Huh?
George Dunza.
George Dunza.
Yeah.
Okay. Playing Dr. Gregory Belson.
Yeah.
Very interesting character.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's another character that's kind of in too deep in various things, and he's essentially doing this to get himself out of a heavy debt. But at first he's kind of reluctant in doing it, but then he kind of becomes more the major villain.
Yeah, he ends up enjoying trying to kill Barbara.
Well, yeah, because she is causing... She's being a bit of a problem.
That he ends up shooting the oil rig that makes everything start blowing up. And he ends up getting his own karma death at the end.
Yeah, again, these films have no qualms in having characters die.
Yep. But let's go to the supporting cast.
Okay. Well, once again, Bob Hastings is Commissioner James Gordon.
Yeah, this is the most angriest we've seen Gordon.
Besides that episode that all turned out to be a dream.
Yeah.
Which that story messed me up as a kid. We also got Frank Welker as the growling voices of Hotchka and Shaka, the polar bears.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need animal sounds.
Batman and Robin's greatest weakness are polar bears. Although they do fake them out.
True. And Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. as Alfred Pennyworth.
Yep. He doesn't do much, although he does help Bruce and Dick out and try and find out where Mr. Freeze has Barbara.
But I guess get more into the good. I mean, the plot was fantastic. Everyone's voice acting was fantastic.
Yeah, much better than the other Batman Mr. Freeze movie that came out at the same time.
We've already talked about that, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
It's your favorite movie of all time.
Don't you dare lie on me like that, joke or not. Yeah. Yeah, the only film that I've ever given a 2 out of 10.
That means you really liked it.
And I like the fact that this was a proper resolution to the Nora Freeze story.
Yeah.
You know, we finally got to see her get properly cured.
Yeah. And that's the last we'll ever hear of her, sadly.
Yeah.
She does get mentioned in the next season, but she doesn't get seen again.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the whole bittersweet thing.
Yeah.
Freeze did achieve his goal, but he can't be with her.
Yeah.
You know? The tragedy.
Yeah. There wasn't really much bad.
With the exception of the lack of Batgirl, there was really nothing to get mad about.
Yeah. You want to go over the scores then?
Yeah, why don't you go first?
I give this also a 9 out of 10. I thought it was really good. Like I said, that point off is only for lack of Batgirl. I did appreciate the Dick and Barbara relationship, especially what we get in later seasons and other interpretations where they hook up Barbara with the wrong superhero. This is mainly the ship I'm pine for most of the time.
And while I'm more on Greyfire, I prefer Dick Grayson with Coriander. But I did enjoy this.
Yeah.
For me, I give this a 9 out of 10. It was a very good movie.
Yeah.
Personally, I think this should have also gotten a theatrical release.
Yeah.
You know, this shouldn't have been direct-to-video.
Yeah. But if you disagree, go find us on Facebook, The Real Screen Team. Where else?
You can also find us on Reddit, Instagram, and TikTok.
And find us on YouTube and make sure to like, comment for the algorithm, and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
And before we go, we're not done yet. We're finished our one last thing for the Kevin Conroy tribute.
We are going to be discussing Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker.
Want to roll us out?
Sure. Well, thank you all for watching. Definitely come back and watch us again. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It really helps. Well, cut, print,